year, I was working at a fast food / restaurant style job. Everything was okay, and I had fun. Then later, some guy came into my job and became another supervisor. We were put together during the night shift since we could only work nights. So we spent most of our time together, and I enjoyed our time together, and I considered him a very, very good friend. We would joke around a lot. He would say anything about me being Mexican or Latina or my body. Every time he said something kind of offensive, he would say he had a lot of Latino friends or his stepmom was Latina and how he loved the culture. So it was fine. Sometimes he would just play around with me like friends do. Like he would pet my hair, hold my hand, touch my thigh, or slap my thigh, and give me hugs whenever he wanted to. So it was really fun. Eventually he just asked for my number, and I didn't think that was weird. I wasn't concerned or anything. I gave him my number. So he just texted me nonstop, almost every single day, just like friends do it. One night I came home, I started doing some homework, and he texted me. Nothing out of the ordinary. So he started talking about things like how I'm special to him, and how he eventually wanted to be more than friends, and how he loved me so much as a friend, stuff like that. Eventually he said that he wanted me to be his girlfriend, so at that point he called me his girlfriend. It was very, very funny. He kept saying those funny things to me, and I took them as a joke. How we just played around, just like friends. It's not like I was creeped out. It's not like I got a bit emotional because I didn't know how to handle that, and he wouldn't leave me alone. He was just telling me jokes, right? So I just told him I was 17 and a few expletives here and there, and to leave me alone. He just called me later saying he wanted to hear my voice and he loved me so much. It's not like I was just 17. Not like I was getting emotional from it. I just hung up on him and didn't think anything of it again. He again called me later, but from a no-caller ID. And I told him the same thing. I'm 17, leave me alone. I was thinking this guy is so funny. I was laughing it off like I wasn't crying. Not like I wasn't shaking, not like my anxiety didn't go up from what he said to me and what he was doing to me at work before. I did what I was supposed to do. I talked to my supervisor and manager about it. The supervisor told me she had a feeling about the guy because he had allegedly behaved like this with other girls in the past. My manager had a talk with me and basically told me not to report it. All this guy ever got was a well-deserved two-week vacation and a promotion to assistant manager. You know, it was just sexual harassment. Just sexual harassment on a 17-year-old girl. But this is just my story, and there are many others just like mine. Lately, we've been seeing A-list celebrities getting sexually harassed, whether online or in person, and these celebrities have the money and power to make it go away, as well as military personnel. And they are the toughest human beings in the world. But these harassers will still find a way to make their lives miserable and get away with it. Celebrities and military personnel are not the only ones getting sexually harassed. Now it's teenagers, some younger than I was. Some girl touched my butt in front of other girls. Imagine if I did that to a girl. A male acquaintance came up behind me and grabbed my butt. I ran out of school and cried. Because of that, I get nervous when people get behind me. I tried reporting it to the school, but I didn't get a response. It was happening at my babysitter's home. I was getting sexually assaulted by another kid. A customer over-sexualized me at work. 8th grade year in middle school, he was touching me between my thighs and trying to kiss me. I pushed him away and it didn't work, so it ended up happening anyways. From that day on, I try to limit who I talk to. These are actual stories from my school. Teenagers, seniors, juniors, sophomores, freshmen, 9th graders. Every grade level responded saying they have been sexually harassed, whether by touching, hugs, inappropriate messages, unwanted face-to-face conversations, or kissing. Some even responded saying they got sexually assaulted. Teenagers are getting sexually assaulted. The top 3 places of where it happened were at school, home, and at work. The place where teenagers are supposed to go learn and go see their friends is no longer safe. The place where they grew up since they were babies, no longer safe. The place where they're supposed to go get their money and buy all the things they ever wanted is no longer safe. But this is just their story. Just other stories that are going to the pile of other stories of sexual harassment because nothing is being done. Why? 1, because it's just sexual harassment. It's not like anything worse happened. Tell that to my face, or to the face of teenagers who told their story, or to any victims of sexual harassment. Just because I wasn't even more traumatized does not mean I was still traumatized. 2, you are not doing anything. But it's not your fault, because you haven't heard any of these solutions to the problem. So let me tell you, how can we end sexual harassment? Here are some solutions that I came up with that you never heard of. If you see something, say something. Don't be a bystander. Protest. And believe the victim. Have you heard of any of these solutions? Let me tell you, you have. In the past years, months, weeks, hours, minutes, and seconds, you have heard every single solution to end sexual harassment. And the solutions are right there. Do one simple Google search and you will find all of them that you can do. And they're not difficult to follow. Ask yourself, have you actually done something to stop sexual harassment? Or have you been telling yourself that, or just posting about it online to make yourself think you're doing enough? So do you truly want to end sexual harassment, or do you want your daughters and sons, or little brothers and sisters, or little cousins, or little nephews to be the victims of sexual harassment? Because they're going to school, they're at home, and they have a job, or they're about to get a job. And it's just going to be another story, just their story, thrown into the pile, unless you start doing something. Thank you.